Good day. So, in this lecture we will discuss the network topology. Okay. Now, what do we mean by network topology? Okay. So, just let us just have a quick recap of what we had learned last time. Basically, a computer network would be a number of nodes which are connected by some communication links. All right. So, so there is some kind of what we usually call a graph. Okay. So, this graph has certain structure. So, we talk about the structure. Now, this structure has an implication about how we will go about communicating. As I said that it is in general not feasible to have one to one communication between each pair of nodes. Okay, that is not possible at all. So, what kind of structure, that means what there is nodes connected in which manner, that is the subject matter of discussion today. Okay. So, a network may be represented as a graph, as I said, nodes representing computers or network devices like switches, routers, etc., and the links represent communication links. Modes of communication may be broadcast or point to point. We have discussed this. Okay. Now, there are various, first let us talk about the so called LAN topologies. By LAN, you remember, is the local area network, and the local area network topologies are well, three are very common: star, ring and a bus. Okay. So, we will just look at all of them. So, first of all, we first take up this bus topology. And why do we take up a bus topology? So, this is a very simple kind of network. Okay. So, this is based on a shared broadcast link. So, this so we still want to do point to point communication. That means there may be so many nodes A, B, C, D, etc., which are connected to the network, and A wants to communicate to B. Okay. So, C, D, E are connected, that is all right, but A specifically wants to communicate to B. So, each pair of communicating nodes use the link for a short time. So, A uses the link for a short time to send its message to B. Then after that is over, then maybe C might send something to D or something like that. So, other nodes ignore the communication. So, since this is a shared broadcast link, all the links all the nodes get the communication. So, that is not private in that sense. So, all the nodes get that communication, but they usually will ignore this communication, whereas a B will sort of copy this for its own purpose. Now, there has to be a distributed protocol to decide who gets to use the link. Okay. There has to be some protocol, otherwise if A wants to communicate with B and B wants to say C wants to communicate with D, their communications will go and collide in the shared broadcast medium. So, the communication of both the parties, that means both the pairs of nodes, they will get garbled. So, that and sometimes actually that will happen, that the things will get garbled, but that is not what we want to happen, obviously, because we want A, B and E, D to get clear signals. So, there has to be some distributed protocol to decide who gets to use the link. Now, let us see. So, for bus topology, what do we require? The simplest thing is a single cable. Okay. So, there is a single cable and all the computers, let us say, are sort of hanging from this single cable. Each computer has connected to this shared cable, that means somehow it is connected to this shared cable. You may punch that cable and connect it there, something like that. So, computers must synchronize and allow only one computer to transmit at a time. That is a part of the protocol. But as such, the network is very simple. Network is a single copper cable. So, this is the picture of a bus, picture of a bus. So, we have this shared cable which is sort of running like this, and computers are somehow connected to this, all right. So, A will communicate to B. A will simply broadcast it over this medium, B will capture it, C, D, E, etc. They will all ignore this. So, the network is maintained by a single cable. Cable segment must end with a terminator. This is a small technical point, because otherwise what will happen is that when some node, let us say A, sends a signal on the cable, not only B, C, D, etc. will get it, but it will get reflected from the that other end if it is not properly terminated, and that will sort of linger on. So, which is really some kind of a noise in the medium which we do not want. Okay. So, this uses coaxial cable. There are two types of coaxial cable which people have traditionally used. One is a thin coaxial cable called thin LAN, and the other is a thick coaxial cable called thick LAN, and extra stations can be added in a daisy chain manner. All right. Now, this of course, I mean I must also tell you that this is not this technology is sort of getting outdated at the moment. Okay. We still have maybe some thin and thick LANs here and there, but mostly people are moving out of this, and the main reason why people are moving out of this is the unreliability of this business of connecting the computer to the cable, because this connection is prone to becoming loose, and as soon as you have a loose connection, you know that you have a you will have a problem in communication. So, that is the main reason. I mean that is one reason. There are some other reasons also. So, that is one reason why this technology is become sort of obsolete these days, but still if you have a shared medium. Now, when I am talking about this technology, I mean the technology of using a single cable, but still this business of when you have a single broadcast medium and some machines are sharing. So, this is something like a bus topology. Okay, the standard which is used on this bus topology is IEEE 802.3. Actually, this IEEE, I mean although as I said that this technology of using a single cable is going out, but this IEEE 802.3 is very much strong even now. Only thing we have done is that we have eliminated that cable and replaced it with something else. Okay. So, we will discuss that later. So, thin Ethernet, that is the name of the technology when you use a thin coaxial cable. So, that is also called 10^2, and this is actually read like this. This 10 stands for that it has a 10 Mbps speed, whereas 2 stands for that it has a maximum range of say segment length of 200 meter. Okay. So, why there should be a maximum, why 10 megahertz, etc., that megabits, etc. So, those are technical points which we I do not want to discuss right now, but that is the meaning of 10^2. So, this is the thin LAN. Okay. So, maximum number of connections is about 30 devices. 4 repeaters may be used to a total cable length of 1000 meter. Now, this is also possible, although this is not a very recommended practice. The point is that if you want to have a very long cable, one thing that will happen is that as the signal travels down the line, the signal will get weak, and so the signal will get weak. So, you have to regenerate the signal, and one way to regenerate the signal is to use a repeater over there. A repeater will simply take the incoming weak signal, amplify it, and send the stronger signal down the line. Okay. And the maximum number of nodes you can handle here is about 150. So, the thick Ethernet, which is that other version where you use a thick coaxial cable, that is called 10^5. This also has the same speed of 10 megabits per second, but this goes up to 500 meters. So, they were used for backbones. They are no longer used for backbones. As I said that this is also going out. They are limited to 500 meter, maximum 100 nodes per segment. So, that is somewhat more than a thin net, and total of 4 repeaters. So, 2500 meters, that is also somewhat more than thin LAN. Okay. Now, as a topology, the bus topology has both advantages and disadvantages. Okay. It is inexpensive, very inexpensive. Obviously, you have a simple cable. It is easy to add station. You just made another punch on this cable and add a new station, that is a new computer. It used less cable than other topologies, so the amount of cable that it uses is also much less, and maybe it works well for very small networks. So, disadvantages, one thing is of course that it is no longer recommended, which means that this you will not get this parts etc. any longer, because this is going out of fashion, and the reason why it is going out of usage is basically that it is unreliable. Okay. This is much less reliable than the technology that we have today, and network being so important to people these days, so that we cannot really we want the most reliable system out there, because we cannot really think of allowing the network to go down simply because some wire has become loose somewhere. Okay. Then of course, the other disadvantage is the limited number of devices that can be attached. So, that is also a problem. It is difficult to isolate the problems. That means, and if there is a problem, then the whole network is down, and sharing the same cable slows the response rates. Okay. Now, next we come to direct point to point communication. That means, this is not shared. So, this is some kind of if I have a dedicated point to point communication. So, computers connected by communication channels that each connect exactly two computers, they are dedicated for this pair. So, this forms either a mesh. So, mesh is a complete graph is called a mesh. So, we will come to that later, or some point to point network, that means some of the pairs. So, there is a dedicated link between some pairs of nodes. It allows flexibility in communication hardware, packet formats etc., and also provides security and privacy, because communication channel is not shared. The previous one was shared, okay, and that is I mean, that means that makes it very public, So, unless you are using some kind of encryption etc., I mean, anybody can listen to whatever you are sending to some other third party. So, that is not good. So, with point to point network, the network will look somewhat like this. If you have just two nodes, so we have these two nodes, or three nodes may be connected like this. If you have four nodes, and if you want to connect everybody to everybody, because for whatever reason, then we have require 6 such cables. Okay. And this of course is a problem, as you can see that as the number of nodes goes to n, the number of cables that you require is going to be so it could be